Summoners! We're coming up on the CYL 4 refines, and here's the thing. These units are all going to get updates that have text as long as my arm, but refines really come down to one or two important skills. Do you all remember the first batch of Brave refines? Brave Ike received Force Desperation, and it absolutely changed the way he played. He was a terror with how it tied into his damage reduction and charged his special. I'm gonna give you the critical skill that I think each unit needs to be pushed into greatness for this coming year. At the end, I'll speculate on who gets the Vector treatment. But let's talk about it. Hello Summoners and welcome to FEHology, the study of Fire Emblem Heroes. My name is Joel and we need to talk about Brave Edelgard. She was a force to be reckoned with when she came out. The fact that she's lost a step is a testament to how crazy the nukes have gotten. What does this unit need to keep up? Kill. Kill's Refine has brought us into a new era of survivability. The way she's reducing attack is an excellent way to get around the anti-damage reduction meta that has exploded. Let's look at a few comparisons with how the two units handle threats. First up, we have Yuri. You've probably seen the images, but to witness it live is something else. This is a base kit kill with a Fallen Shield add-on. The fact that she survives lethality Yuri even with 1 HP is pretty amazing. Ninja Lin is less spectacular, but this is a +4 Brave Edelgard that has a pretty amazing base kit, and Kill outperforms her easily. That is a +10 Ninja Lin, by the way. Watching this +10 fully decked out duochrome is something completely different. This unit lays waste to Brave Edelgards. This is the unit that really dropped her from the forefront of the meta. Did it take Fallen Shield for Kill to survive? Yes, but it still shows you how effective the refine is. You can see how close it really is when you add in the +6 from To Change Fate. And it's worth noting that armor effective weapons just absolutely level Kill, but it still gives you an idea of the power that this refine brings. The ideal kit for far save Edelgard would be Sacred Cowl and Quicken Pulse. This means you get the damage reduction from the Sacred Cowl on the first hit, the 80% damage reduction from Black Eagle on the second hit, and the attack reduction from the refine throughout the entire engagement. You could do a similar strategy with near save. You guys get the idea though. I think this is a very likely piece for Edelgard's refine. It's strong, but you've seen that it can be punched through. It puts Edelgard back into the meta without making her utterly annoying. But what about Claude? How do we fix this poor boy? You know what was so great about Brave Claude? His survivability. It lets you do some absolutely bonkers things. I remember watching AR clears with him and marveling at how elegant they were. I wanted to recapture that. I'm sure there will be more stats, but what I really want to see is Miracle built into his weapon. To get a peek at what this looks like, we only have to look at Harmonic Leaf. Leaf is such a fun unit because of the crazy strategies he enables. You can see from the Sigurd line how many shenanigans you can pull off. Obviously he would play different because of the healing in his weapon and the fact that he only has 2 movement to Leaf's 3. But you'd still be able to pull off a lot of these same things by timing out his specials. He'd be closer to an enemy phase carry, but he'd be incredibly versatile, which was what was so fun about the original. I want to pull up footage from Chaos Rage and really get the gears turning. Obviously you wouldn't have him in a cav line, but his survivability would allow you to just harry the opponent. So many people who tested this defense said the same thing. Leaf just won't die. You'd be hearing that a lot more. Here would be my ideal kit for him. Now, we have the Fury 3 seal. You could run Fury 7 and take 14 recoil damage. Along with the healing in his weapon and the power of current units, this most likely bumps him into Wings of Mercy range while still maintaining some bulk. The combination would be potent. Those who use Harmonic Leaf will tell you that he's definitely not invincible, but the level of elegance in his play, along with the trickster nature of Claude, just goes so well together. What do we do with the most boring unit in this batch? Brave Lysithea. The problem with this unit is that she doesn't really have a niche. I remember when she came out, you knew exactly what you were getting. A unit that deals a lot of damage. We just have so many of those right now. I really wanted to work Vantage into her kit somehow, but 2 years have not been kind to her damage output. It's just not enough. So here's one thing that I would add. Quicken Pulse, ×2. That's right, it's just like Sonya's Refine. They'd probably add something additional on, but honestly, that's all she really needs. It completely changes the way she plays. I've got Sonya as my Lysithea stand-in here. I want to remind you that we have a unit in Summer Thor that adds some amazing power to area of effect spammers. This is truly incredible. When Sonya is doubling and proccing her AoE, Thor adds 30 damage to Sonya's engagement. You need to hear that again. 30 damage. She's cutting through a Thune like butter. She's laughing at Arden's massive HP. Hardy fighter, brave Hector, who? There's a piece that you've probably realized that I haven't mentioned. With Desperation in her weapon, that means Lysithea can run null follow-up in her B skill, so she's truly getting 3 hits off when she attacks with -1 HP. That means this last matchup that Sonya loses to Rhea, Lysithea would win. This is just such a simple refine that would completely transform this unit. Does it require support? Yes, but the results are spectacular. The build I'd be looking at would be attack speed ideal for NFU times pulse and blade session. It's a really simple build, but did you see Sonya carve through this list of units? Now, the real challenge starts. How do you solve a problem like Brave Dimitri? Every time I go back to this unit, it just makes me angry. I have tried to make so many redemption arc episodes where somehow I finally get to use Dimitri. It's literally been weeks of work that I've scrapped. Dimitri is the reason I started working on this video. I'm not kidding. My first draft was making him the first ever near save infantry. I thought this was gonna be amazing. I'll play you the matches that I set up. I want you to notice that I had to give him no follow-up from Legendary Male Byleth and guard from Loki. Even still, the only unit he outright kills is Legendary Sigurd. He needed so much help to tackle Saros. These aren't even the premier melee damage dealers. Okay, I'm calming down. Here's the thing I've come to accept. There is one thing that will fix this unit, but it's this. Become Brave Spring Maria. Let's go over it. First, make his weapon a conditional brave weapon. This has been done so much recently, but it's amazingly powerful. I'm basing the check off of his defense because that seems to be the stat that IS is obsessed with on him. But seriously, have you seen my recent Winter Altina content? The meta is rewarding brave weapons left and right. Just pairing him with Duo Thor would add 20 true damage, and he has the speed to quad. Second, he needs so much more damage. Giving him true damage based on his defense would be absolutely amazing. Mine currently has 42 defense, so if you gave him 20%, that would be 8 true damage, and it would hit twice for a total of 16. Third, he needs more damage reduction. Giving him Maria's flat damage reduction would be amazing. His super boon in defense would make his 20% DR really count, and he needs it so badly. This closes some very important holes for Dimitri as a unit. It gives him much better survivability and much, much better attack. He could also use a ton of stats. Could he get the Brave Alm plus 10 to everything treatment? Oh, this unit. This is literally my 5th try at this refine, and this is the first one I've been happy with. As for the build, I'd keep the attack defense unity skill, but I'd give him times pulls, Mystic boost for healing, and Vital Astra. That would be enough for some serious survivability. We have one more thing to go over, but first let me know in the comments who you're most looking forward to seeing. I want to know your favorite Brave House's unit. Okay, I'm going to speculate on who gets the Brave Hector Refine. Every year, one unit gets an absolutely busted refine that thrusts them into S tier and makes every player jealous they didn't merge them up before. We had Brave Ike year 1 and his super damage reduction. Brave Hector was year 2 when they removed every armor weakness he had aside from movement. That unit is still amazing. Brave Alm was year 3 when they gave him wind sweep and 3 movement. I'm still scared whenever I see that unit, by the way. The thing that all these units have in common is they weren't the best of their banner when they were released, and they all had the additional preference skill. Because of this, I think we have to drop Claude and Lysithea out of the running. If they were to break the mold and give additional preference skills and busted refines, I'd be ecstatic, by the way. But I don't think IS is going to do that because it makes more money for them if they focus on the new Brave banner. That leaves Brave Edelgard and Brave Dimitri. We've already discussed Brave Edelgard and how good of an investment she's been. I think the fact that she's still meta relevant means that she'll get the tamer of the two refines. Brave Dimitri, however, has been such a huge disappointment. You can say what you want about IS, most of it is true, but they do take a lot of pride in this game. Brave Ike was woefully underpowered when he came out. If you remember, he was supposed to be the Reinhardt counter. He ended up being an arena anchor that people had to drag around. I believe Dimitri will get the same treatment. This is IS's chance to fix a mistake they made 2 years ago when they gave Dimitri a mishmash of skills that didn't really make a whole lot of sense together. I think Dimitri fans are going to be very happy, but then again, maybe I've had too much copium today. Well, there you have it. One thing for each unit to bring them back into relevance. Of course, for Dimitri, that one thing is become Spring Maria. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. I wanted to take a quick moment and thank my brainstorming squad: Ilya, Deku, John, Phoenix, FJ, Moon, Mori, and Riven. You guys listen to me babble way too much. Thank you for all of your ideas and your friendship. Take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.